Hi everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗓𝗖𝗓 here. I am a yoga teacher, a stage 3 bowel cancer survivor, and a quantum health coach. I help entrepreneurs to change their physical and emotional habits so they can start creating the life that they want. There are way too many entrepreneurs living in exhaustion these days, physically and emotionally. I want to change their perspective. They can create a life that they want every day. We're full of energy physically and emotionally. And today I'm going to be talking about something very timely after Easter, which is why I stopped eating refined sugar. I just want to make a note here. I still eat fruits and dried fruits, but that is it. I don't buy anything that comes from packages like biscuits, ready-made sauce, or anything that will have refined sugar in it. So why I stopped eating sugar? So when I was diagnosed with stage 3 bowel cancer, I knew I needed to change my whole diet, and I chose to doing that aside from going through chemotherapy. And when I started reading about nutrition, I read that sugar weakens the immune system. So that was the first thing that really caught my attention. When I read that, I realized that I really needed a strong immune system. That was a really important part of the process, my healing journey. And I needed to strengthen my immune system. So what I did was I eliminated refined sugar altogether. Now you're asking, why does sugar weakens the immune system? So what happens is sugar, it's inflammatory. And that was the second reason why. And I should have started with this one. So when you eat sugar, obviously there is an enormous amount of sugar inside your body, especially if you're eating refined sugar, which is very, very fast releasing in your body. And people are eating, the amounts of sugars that we're eating these days, with not only sweet things, but with all of the ready-made meals and snacks and things that comes in packages, soft drinks and drinks. And there is so much sugar in everything that you don't even realize that, our bodies are not designed to process all of that. So what happens is we unbalance our guts when this sugar hits our guts, and also our whole body trying to, our pancreas to release some insulin to break this sugar down. And, the pancreas can't do that enough because of the amount of sugar intake that we're consuming every day. So what happens is there is an enormous amount of sugar that stays in our guts, creating this imbalance in our gut of bad and good bacteria. So obviously if we have a lot more inflammation, there is a lot of more bad bacteria growing in our gut, which it gets the balance of a good bacteria down. So with this unbalancing, it's not beneficial for our immune system. Our immune system is very much created in our gut, and there is lots of research done around that, how important it is to really feed and cultivate and love our gut flora with a variety of things that come from nature if we want to have health, if we want to create health. So with those two things, the inflammation that sugar creates in the body, and inflammation can later along can cause chronic inflammation, cancer. And obviously for me that wasn't ideal. I needed to tackle that very, very hard and very seriously. And obviously I needed my immune system to get on top of anything that happened in my body. So that's why for me those two things were very, very important, and I just grabbed onto that so I could eliminate refined sugar altogether from my diet. And the third thing is sugar messes up with your mental state. When you are going through chemo, you're taking lots of really strong medication, which are anti-nausea pills that are very, very strong, and it messes up with your whole body. The chemotherapy on top of that, you're taking so much medication that the mental battle is a way harder than the physical one. And you need to keep yourself strong session after session if you want to complete your treatment. I had 12 of those. So I needed to make sure that my mental state was very, very strong throughout that whole process. And what sugar does is, if you feel like you're tired, you haven't slept well, what do you crave for? You crave for that high, right? So when you crave for that high, the sugar gives you that high, but obviously gives you the low after that. And it's straight after that if you are in that cycle, right? And the picture of my of this video shows like the mice, when they did some research around mice going, to sugar or to cocaine, they chose to go back to sugar other than the cocaine because sugar is more addictive. So why? Because the sugar keeps giving us this high on our mental state, and we keep, thriving and going for more and more and more and more. And this is why so many people are suffering from sugar addiction, which is a real thing these days. So for me, it was very important to balance my mental state, not only through chemotherapy, but afterwards as well. So, for me, it was a no-brainer. I eliminated refined sugar altogether from my diet. It's something that, I believe that for anybody will be a process. Like I said, sugar is everywhere. You need to make a conscious effort to eliminate sugar from your diet. So I know it's not easy, but it's possible. It's really because there is an opportunity for you to eat sugar in things everywhere. So it's up to you to make a decision if you want to keep doing that or not. So guys, I hope this video is helpful. If you like, please give me a thumbs up to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss on the next video. And if you feel that somebody really would benefit from this message, please share this video. And if you are in a place you're an entrepreneur and you're feeling tired, exhausted, and you want to change your physical and emotional habits so you can achieve that, level of unstoppable energy physically and mentally, there's a link below that you can book a call. And if you are interested in knowing what kind of treats I cook, for my kids, my kids are 10 and 8, at home, and the meals that I eat, there is a link below as well that you can sign up for my newsletter and you get a menu from me, which is the menu that I eat right now to achieve the level of health that I have, which is amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.